Hello, dear friends. Welcome to Kardec Radio, where we're here to nourish our souls. I'm Norah, the host of this program, Thoughts by Joanna Angelis, through Divaldo Franco. In this amazing book, what a transformational message that we have today, along with everything in there. And we keep just learning so much, especially about how our conscious and our health sort of coming together, in different roles that we have in life, dear friends. And today's message it's a beautiful message. Let's begin. It says, the making of citizens, the promotion of individuals, and the strengthening of ethical and moral values should be the goals of a sound education. While external conditions change at every moment, internal patterns endure as a wisdom compass that generates inner peace. What a message. These times call for a lot of these reminders, right? When we see the news, we see all the events going on, right? A lots of conflict, but at the same time, we can also come to an understanding from what Joanna is helping us to understand. It's part of the process, right? If we need to get an education, it means we need those tests. So these tests that come into our lives, they're really to make us reach to those levels that we need to. And what Joanna is saying here, okay, let us take a moment to really reflect on my part of what I can do, right? Because there's so many external factors that we're dealing with in our day to day. And it really comes down to our decisions that we make. So we start to see that in Spiritism, in order for us to be at this, to pass this test, right? To pass all these tests that come to our lives in different manners, we need to understand that there is a vital relationship between education, our conscious health, for our bodies, but for our souls too, right? That's a central message to Spiritism. So we know that in Spiritism, the education is not just about the knowledge acquisition. Yes, that's important, but we also need to remember about the evolution of the spirit. So a true education, really, as Joanna is trying to help us understand, nurtures the moral and ethical compass within us, promoting that spiritual growth alongside the intellectual development, right? Which is, if anything, this is Allan Kardec, friends, right? That's some of his character in here. So we know this idea ties into how we understand conscious. Then what is the conscious? It's that voice, right, of our soul guiding us toward moral actions in away from wrongdoing. Our conscience acts as that vital force in our daily lives, much like an inner teacher. It reflects the divine laws inscribed in our souls and ensures we align with them, encouraging ethical behavior and decisions that bring peace and well-being. So Spiritism really, friends, it does, right, emphasizes the development of these values to create better individuals and societies, right? We know we have the moral laws in the Spirits book, right? Law of Society has a plethora of information for us to really see where we come in as a collective, right? And so strengthening these values really leads us to personal and collective peace, friends. So here we go. Our thoughts, attitudes, and moral decisions deeply affect our physical and mental health. That indeed, there's so much research regarding this, right? So that's why it's important. Internal harmony. And this internal harmony is guided by those ethical principles which create inner peace, which is essential for our true health. So as the quote reminds us, these external conditions change at every moment, but those internal patterns endure as a wisdom compass that generates the inner peace. So again, inside of us. So speaking of that, let's look at the Spirit's book, Book 3, Moral Laws, Chapter 1, Divine or Natural Law. Question 621. Question is, where is God's law written? And the Spirit's answer, in the conscious, right? And then the question continues, as we carry God's law in our consciousness, why does it need to be revealed to us? And the Spirit said, you have forgotten and misinterpreted. God wants it to be recalled to your memories. That is that process where we're working at right now. Because if it's inside of us, we're sort of opening up to those layers, friends, right? Seeing that unfortunately a lot of stuff has been forgotten or misinterpreted. So we really do require that active reflection to recall that God's law, right? We also know through this Spirit's message, right, that this moral education truly reinforces conscience. It helps us to reconnect with that inner moral compass for spiritual and personal growth. So thus, how can we get there, right? That daily reflection, that meditation, that prayer that really aligns with moral principles, creating balance and well-being. There's American author, Dr. Joe Dispenza. He has lots of research on how people in meditation or prayer have literally changed things in their lives just by going in there and sort of working internally, friends. So we know in Spiritism, right, that to have that internal reflection strengthened, it's through God. So this God's law that we're sort of understanding in our day-to-days, right? Yes, we can say theory, but at the end of the day, it's our lives and how it is applied through our challenges and our victories. We see that this really serves, right? God's law serves as a constant inner guide, helping us to live ethically despite these external challenges. So, friends, by cultivating this inner peace through education that strengthens conscience and ethics, we maintain not only that spiritual, but that physical well-being. Louise Hay, wasn't she one of our pioneers here in the U.S. that really taught us about this phenomenon, right? So things like stress, guilt, or moral conflict can erode our health, right? She has lots of examples too of people who were carrying something within themselves, and eventually it manifested as some sort of physical illness. But doing the work, right, following our conscience, doing the inside work, ensuring that we remain in balance, it will help to contribute to both our spiritual evolution and our physical vitality. So let us remember that a sound education is not only an investment in knowledge, but in the moral fabric of our soul. So as we cultivate this strong, enlightened conscious, friends, we secure not only a healthier mind, but a healthier body, both of which are essential on our path of spiritual evolution. What a beautiful message. So the homework for the week really is, again, internal reflection. Look inside myself. Find those spots in me that need that work and change that mindset and see it as an opportunity to grow from there and keep, as the Spirit said, we need to remember God's law. And these are the ways for us to do it. Yes, the challenges come in. We have to do the work. But when we do that internal work ourselves, then we can beautifully, beautifully connect and, right, collaborate as a collective. Dear friends, thank you so much. Let us tune to other programs here at Kardec Radio. And until next week, same place, same time. And let us remember that we are loved. Bye, friends.